In this episode, to qualify for the Luca 4x2 relay team, I need to run one of the top 4 times out of 8 people, meaning Tuesday's session becomes a race. You're watching Project 21. Thursday, the selected relay team will gather to practice handoffs and how we would run a 4x2. However, because of how big of a volume 200 meters would be, we stuck to 4x1. Well, what a week it's been. So I actually didn't have much fun for this week other than Saturday, purely because Tuesday and Thursday, as you guys saw, was for relay training. And I remember Tuesday I was like, okay, I want to go and do some accelerations by like 50%, work on my technique, and maybe speed it up later on, maybe even try blocks. About an hour before I have training, I get a message, which you guys saw, that we have to select the 4x2 team and I'm going to have to do a 200 time trial, which means I'm going to have to go all out. And it's going to be cold, I'm going all out. I knew I could have done what I wanted to do anyway afterwards, but the weather wasn't going to allow me to do it. It was cold, it was windy, and I just went all out before that, and I don't know how much fatigue I took, considering the fact that it was a PB, because I ran 22:23, and I actually calculated myself whilst I was editing, and I got 22:43, which is 0.2 variance from the hand time, which makes sense. I feel like 22:43 is more accurate, which would, based off of my previous times throughout the season's training, mean that I'm running 11:06 in the 100, and I think it's 7:03 in the 60-ish. I actually don't remember which one. And then on the Thursday, again, relay training. So we worked on baton exchanges. I pretty much led the group. And we just tried to work on getting the baton around. And then we tried a 4x1. I want to do 4x2, but big jump. So I only showed you guys the relay exchanges. Originally, it was garbage. If you saw what we were dealing with, it did not look good. It still doesn't look, as in my opinion, as good as it could be, but it's good enough to get us through. When I say it doesn't look as good as it could be, I don't mean from everyone else. I mean from my side. For example, in one of the runs, I literally had my hand there, which kind of made sense because I was swinging my arm back and I was ready to swing it forwards again. So my hand was just like this to keep in position, but obviously it should have been fully extended all out behind me. And the guy kept like really slapping it into my hand. I don't know why they didn't just go swing down, but I got another week to try and make that be fixed. So we've got that, but generally I feel like for the 4x2, unless some crazy team shows up, we should be getting gold. And then on Saturday, that was my favorite session because we went from having garbage block starts to really good block starts, and it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Something I've noticed with blocks is even when I first started, actually maybe not first year, but 2023, that's when I consider the real true sprinting training happening. Every block start I have, there's always something that I want that I lose as I make a better block start. Because with this one, I've only had 1 day with it, so you could understand why there'd be some inefficiencies. But when I look at what I was doing in August, and I compare August and a bit of September and October even to November, I'm just like, there's like 1 or 2 things from each of those block starts that I want to just merge into this one. Because if I merge it into this one, something crazy could happen. But it's stupid, but I feel like with that block start that I have right now, I could probably run 6.8. Will I? Probably not. But it just gives me that much confidence because it's the only block start I've had in actually ever where I felt like all of the power that I've generated in the gym was being pushed into the blocks to allow me to go forwards. I finally figured it out. Now I just need to add all the other pieces together because I just kept doing blocks. Then I have this video of pretty much everyone that runs faster than 10.3 at Stratford in August. I'd compare them compared to me, how they running, how should I be trying to do my block starts. They're going fast, but they're taking long steps, which means they're not going as fast as they could be. They're just trying to move their center of mass as fast as they can. And moving your center of mass doesn't mean you actually move fast. They're not the same. And I just copy Christian Coleman, essentially. Whenever I copy Christian Coleman, it always goes well. But I did that, some comparisons, and I just slowly worked my way up, whilst also showing my videos to my coach, just because he was doing something else, so he couldn't actually watch in person. So I just kept showing him videos going back and forth because he was there, and then we slowly, actually quite quickly I should say, inched our way up to what we have now. What I have now isn't perfect, but it's much better than what I was dealing with when we first started. I just think it's partially just because I'm not used to the shoes. In my other spikes, where we don't have the super spikes, I don't have much issues with block starts. It's not as good as it could be, but there's not much of an issue. But super spikes, that massive ball at the front is a bit uncomfortable to have to deal with. I was even slipping on the blocks, but I'm not complaining. I've got so many competitions to work on this with, so many training sessions to work on this. Yes, I'm training. I'm not training. I'm sorry. I am training. I'm competing next week, Saturday. So I've only got 2 more training sessions before D-Day. But even still, it's only Luca. Even if I was to like trip, and it's not that big of a deal. I'll just be sad I didn't get a medal. But that was the week. I quite liked it. Didn't get as much intensity as I wanted to, but maybe that was a good thing because of how fatigued I've been feeling for the last 2 weeks. And we don't want to go into my next week, competition week, with that same thought process behind me. But we'll see what we can do next week. And again, big reminder, Project 21 videos will not be halted because of a competition. When I compete, that will be an extra video for the week. So again, expect 3 videos next week instead of just 2.